Is it gonna go? Let's see. I could probably go for some tea. What a corny song.
What's that?
I downloaded all these corny songs.
Oh, you did it for yourself?
Yeah. Of like, so I think about where I was in time. That's what I use music as. It's like timelines. Yeah. This is called Never Ever by the All Saints.
All Saints?
Yeah. It's a 90s classic. It's corny as all get out anyway. It's my playlist. My life playlist. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I even busted out a couple of DVDs. Or not DVDs. CDs. CDs. I had one sitting over here. And I'm like, well, I'm going to see if the CD player in the minivan works. So I brought it with me. I ran down to the coffee shop quick today. Because I gave this guy a backpack. Yeah, it's too big for me. And I won't use it. And he's a big guy. So I thought he'd appreciate it. So he gave me this. And he gave me this.
What is it?
It's a flower, and he made it. He made it, and it's all out of stone.
Really?
Yeah, and I got to figure out where a place for it, because I can't put it in windows here because it's breezy, and I don't want it to smack on stone on glass. It's fragile, it'll break. And then I'll be mad because I knew better. So, that's cool. You know, trade people stuff. He appreciates the backpack I get. But see, that's the heart space of the people that I want to know in life. You know? It's like, hey man, I can't use this. You want it? Yeah, I could use that. Sure. You know, hey dude, I can't use. You want these sunglasses? Yeah, I got, you know. But the thing of it is the people, you know, I want to know are in line with, or, you know, I don't ever expect anything in return. It's just nice when it's met with something. It's an energy exchange. And sometimes I just like doing freebies, you know. But sometimes I need to draw on that energy from people too. I don't like to a lot, but there is the time that there, you know. And it's weird that the last 5-6 years where I've gone to draw on the people weren't there. A lot of life lessons learned in the last few years. A lot of life lessons learned every day. I just got to be more grateful. You know, either you're going to be grateful for the life you have, or if you're not careful, it could turn into something you just really don't like. So I called today's talk, nature, the natural state. We're gonna see a lot of people's natural state on what they really are. You see it in the newspaper where, like, because there's mass shootings all over the place. Now it's like dad shields himself with kid. It's stuff like that, you know. I mean, a coward's a coward. It's just, you get them. It happens. You know? Fortunately, there's those brave sorts in life that run into danger. I'm one of those wacky people. What can I do to help remedy this situation? Yeah? Every day there's more and more situations, man, all over the place. People are getting wacky. They're getting unhinged. There's just self-will run riot. It's just more evidence of what I just keep talking about the freaking year after years. When people don't have any discipline of and by themselves, and they just keep going around, do whatever they want, whenever they want, there is consequences in living that way. And I've seen a lot of that this weekend. I saw so many people. There's like a motorcycle to do around here Memorial Weekend every year. Red River. Yeah, and it's just like evidently all these bikers freaking stayed home and freaking worked from home and freaking ate their feelings too. Because, man, a lot of really unhealthy people. Really, really, really bad health choices. Bad. But they're living the best versions of their life. They can't barely freaking lift their leg over the motorcycle seat, but they're living the best version of their life, right? But I saw a lot of people that that hauled their motorcycles here on trailers and then rode them around the whatever, did the run, whatever. See, I used to be into all this stuff, and I think about all the stuff that I used to be into, that I'm just like, man, that just, it's a life suck. It's a time suck. It's a lifestyle to these people, but it's just like, man, I got other stuff I gotta do, It's like human beings find their niche. They find what they're into, like when they're young, and if they're given the opportunity, they can just keep doing what that, being a fan of whatever that thing is, right? Well, I had such a crappy freaking beginning in life. I was just looking for peace and serenity inside. And I knew that I could never find that any place out there. Nothing out there. I knew my whole life, ever since I was a little girl, that nothing out there. And I tried a long time. I tried to find security in people. I tried to find security in living in different places. I tried to find security in all-wheel drive vehicles and, this stuff. And, being a homeowner. And the reality of the situation that I've come to find to be true is that any security I've ever had, it's come from inside. And nobody that's ever like tried to calm me down like that it's happened a lot, and tell me it'd be okay. Those are people, I never believe them anyway. So, a lot of life happening to a lot of people. Still so much nonsense. I don't know. It's just me. I did go down to the coffee shop today, though, and I got the flower, and that was kind of cool. And it's just, my natural state is not idle and still. I'm a go. My placements that I live true to are the variety that the more stuff that I have to do that I like doing, the more energy I have. But for the last several years, I can't seem to line up my life how I want it to be. So, I just have been doing a lot of living one day at a time. And I see a lot of people out there that don't know how to do that. And they'd be a lot better off in life if they learned how to live one day at a time. Because, man, things are so all over the place right now. And if anybody cares about the freaking anything what the media or news says, they got to be in all kinds of stress, at elevated levels of stress at all times, because the way that those people make it sound, man, I do know that I don't know, I just think it's gonna be funny what'll happen. The way I see it, I personally think that there's gonna be a lot of freaking things that, I'll just say it like this, there are gonna be a lot of things that people are gonna do that they're not gonna be able to undo. On all kinds of levels, all sorts of just, and that's how people learn lessons, I'm trying to learn not to get angry. Because I got all this freaking anthrax and freaking formaldehyde freaking flowing through my freaking body. And I know that I always had low blood pressure. And then that couple years I lived in Oregon, I went, last time I think it was the last time I went and got my blood pressure done. It was like, I was like, that was, wow, it's really high. You know? And anger is a killer. And all this stuff that they've already freaking, you know, it's just like, so I try and keep it at an even keel, and I don't have the personality for that. I really don't. So, I don't know. I think it's interesting, the commonalities that I hear, like the key points that I hear that people talk about in their interpretations of how they see things. It's interesting. There's the algal alignment. I wonder if Crystal Time's going to do a talk about that at all, or talk about it. She hasn't done anything in almost a couple of weeks, but it's spring and she's got a lot of garden stuff and cleanup and all that stuff to do, property. Which has to do with, like, decapitation. Isn't that a trip? Well, no, it's not decapitation. I'm thinking about something else. Alcohol is the one that is what alcohol is named after. And so this is like one of those times where I'm really actually surprised I haven't had a lot of cravings for alcohol. Actually, considering with the placements and what they are. Because usually, I mean, I got a propensity to drink. I'm an alcoholic. Once I start, I don't stop. So I don't start. The consequences are too dire. Anyway, it took a lot of freaking heartache to learn that. But better late than never, I guess. So these, usually when it's not just this, but there's other, usually when like Scorpio stuff happens to me, I start getting cravings because I got Scorpio moon for alcohol, stuff like that. And I haven't really had any cravings for quite some time. Which is, I'm glad. I don't like those. I don't like cravings for anything. I don't like cravings for food. I just don't like, I don't know. I just want to be content. And the craving is just like an indicator to me that I'm not like as content as I could be. Because like I got an idea somewhere that something is going to make me a little bit happier than I already am. No, I don't like it. But I'm a human being. What are you going to do? So, but there is another, I can't remember what the other, what the other placement is that they've been talking about too, about the one that indicates decapitation. And I was like, that is a trip, because your adopted grandfather, Robert Lee Yoakum, who you probably never met, but he was one of like the prominent founding businessmen down in Portales, New Mexico.
Really?
And he was in a car accident some years ago. And he was giving a woman and her kid a ride, and they got in a car accident, and the kid got decapitated. He got in the car accident. His head got cut off.
It killed you?
Yeah, oh yeah, I killed him. So that was that placement, but that was back in like the 30s or something. No, it's later than that. I have the article in the newspaper. A lady on Facebook found it for me and shared it with me.
That was nice.
Yeah, because I was like, I just put it out there on Facebook in this like New Mexico history page. I just said my mom was adopted 1953, whatever it was, and from El Paso, Texas, and your dad was Robert Stinson Yoakum. Your adopted mom was Margaret Ellen Yoakum? Yeah. Oh, anyway, whatever. So, I don't think that's right. Anyway, but and this lady went on her genealogy pages and she just went burp burp, found all this stuff on them, and like I got a picture of where your dad Robert is buried in Phoenix. He's in an tomb in Phoenix. Yeah. And which is kind of, now that I think about it, it's kind of weird because Edith and Butch are in the same kind of the tomb type thing in a Tascadero. I don't care what they do with me when I'm done with me. So that was the history, a little bit of history in your life, Ma. So, and how it relates into the astrology, you know, so be careful. So, yeah, I'm just going to be staying extra close to home. I don't got no place to go. I mean, I could go out and drive on a lot of the same roads I've driven. There's a lot they have the roads closed and stuff. You can't even go to state parks and stuff like that because the feds are hogging it all to themselves. Oh my gosh, it's such a waste, man. When are people gonna wake up to this? There's more of us than them, and they got really fucking lazy, man. They really did. I'm not really a fan of this recognized holiday. Everybody's all the sacrifices they made with their lives. Dude, it's all in the name of bullshit. Okay? None of them had to go over there ever and do anything to kill anybody. So our bad. Yeah, our bad. But can't say stuff like that. People get all pissed off. I'm just like, stop letting your loved ones, your kids that you just raised, you know, stop letting them go in the freaking military. Teach them something. Teach them how to want to learn a trade. Teach them how to garden. Teach them how to do something that's productive and that's, you know, can be good for the community. Ugh. This world got so crazy, man. So backwards. Things that people got distracted with. Zach was on a rant. He was on a roll. That guy went live like 4 times today. One time he talked for like almost 3 hours. I was like, man, and you know what's funny to me is I was in the system. I was thinking about that. Is that like I feel because I'm very social. I like watching people and listening to stories and stuff like that. And when I lived in Omaha, man, I long for the days where I could stay home and do nothing because my life was so active. I was constantly doing things all the time. And so it's been windy and chilly all day. Luna got a bath too. So like I remember because I was like, I think I was still in the Air Force when I met him, Peg Martin's dad. He was the Attorney General of the Air. It's all a club, you know. I think about the whole CIA stuff, it's all a club, and you know, their daughters and sons, and they all get to you know, do whatever. It's just like the world's ready for a turnover, Ma. It's ready for a different kind of leadership, but however, I think people are ready for it. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see where people are giving more crap about their health, Ma. I'm starting to see it where people are starting to exercise more. I'm starting to see people walking because they want to walk. not because they have to, you know. It's if we see more and more evidence of this just stuff a little bit every day, that people are caring a little bit more about themselves, that gives me a little bit of hope that maybe they're going to start caring about other people. Because there's so many people on this planet that just need. And you can leave it up to whatever you want is whatever they need, you know. For me, a number of years, that was security. I found my security. I still have days I don't have. I got to breathe through my freaking anxiety, and because my system just always feels like I have freaking... I'm hooked up to a freaking truck batteries. That's just how it is. It's so weird. I learned a thing about things in reverse. I didn't even know about that PTSD existed until I was like, I mean, I heard about it, but I didn't even really know what it was until I was in my late 30s. And then somebody gave me like a pamphlet, like a little quiz, and it was always those little quizzes and tests that I passed. Like the 23 questions. Do you drink like an alcoholic? Fuck yeah, I drink like an alcoholic. That's why I don't drink. And I think about that, like that dude. It's been everywhere. The guy's 82 years old. Evidently he got in an accident and then got a DUI as a result of his accident. And he's the Speaker of the House's husband. And it's just like, dude, all these people... all these people that are in their... They all do it. It's just a matter of time before they get caught, you know? When self-wills run riot, like... they've been allowed to do and postured to do, things get weird. And we're going to see things get real weird. Yeah. Everywhere I look, man, there's more perverts. There's more people in positions of power and authority that are getting arrested for their nefarious acts with children. And it's just like they're cockroaches, man. You know, and just for years I've heard all these people. No, don't say. It's just that would be terribly embarrassing. You know, don't say anything. It would be embarrassing. Yeah, for the frickin'. It's just all that gaslighting stuff. You know, it's like the whole legal system has evolved to freaking to protect the white collar criminal, the gangsta, the scoundrel. Well, they all grew up watching freaking Godfather with their dad and getting these freaking gangster ideas, and then they're creating lives and realities where, you know, if they don't like somebody, they just kill them. And this is how freaking people that run countries live. And while the people are like, hey, can we just get, like, food? Can we just have, like, a reasonable place to live? You know, like, that I can afford? I mean, what is really going on with the cost of living? That is not just... it's a level of greed that is just... has not been... is unprecedented. I haven't seen anything like it as long as I've been alive. And it's... I mean, I'm supposed... the astrology is supposed to be about all these people having changes of heart and stuff like that, and I'm not... it's contrary. It's not... people aren't using their free will to... I don't know. A lot of gluttony, Ma. A lot of freaking sloth. I changed Mom's socks a little while ago, and she was rubbing... I was looking at her feet and stuff, and her feet were cold. And it was pretty cold today. But still, that just tells me we gotta do more laps, Ma. But I've been taking her outside with me. She's been going outside with me. we put sunglasses on if need be or whatnot, and then we just do a little, you know what. Sometimes it's just her and me, but sometimes we'll be doing it while I take a dog out and it's so cute. We got pictures of her out because she'll get cold, and she's just such a neat lady. She's just such a neat lady. I can't wait till we get to our forever home, man. I just want our forever home, and then whatever happens in the world, that's cool. I'll be like everybody else and not care. How's that? No, that's not me. I'll be going out. I'll be freaking making big old freaking plates of food in my kitchen and stuff, and then bringing them out to people that just need some freaking good food. Is like a hug from the inside. You know it? Food is so important. Good, clean food. Healthy food. It's just, you know. But, I don't know. Luna, what are you doing? What are you doing, Luna? She said, nothing. You mind your own business. You does so much. She's so pretty. She got a bath today, and her hair is so... She has this, I don't know what kind of... I think she's like a corgi. I don't know what kind of... Anyway, but every season change, we go through coat stuff. And finally, she got her season change coat bath. And she's had a bad back. So this is like... I mean, the last few days, I'm like, all right, we're going to do it. But it's before that, I've been wanting to, but she's had a bad back. And now I feel comfortable enough that I wouldn't do anything to cause any harm by giving her a bath. Because she jumps up on the couch to beg. So then I'm like, all right, she's all right. She can get a bath. And, but she has so much hair that it just it doesn't ever stop. Oh my god, she's so cute though. I could only imagine I would hate it, having that much hair all over me. That's why I try and keep it so cool in here. It's not for me, it's for them and you. Hello, old lady ma. How are you doing today? You're doing good? You getting tired? Oh, you're gonna sneeze? Somebody said if you look at a light, it'll make you sneeze. Or was it the opposite? Anyway, so a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about in my retrograde season, using the season as I feel like I should, and you know. I was a people pleaser, and that's the behavior that I don't want to fall back into, is I'd rather just be alone. I'd rather be a freaking recluse than go back to being a people pleaser. You know what? Because that's no way for me to, I don't even like that person. So, and I say, anyway, I think I'm done. I just wanted to come on and say hey and see. I want to hear other people's accounts of how they're seeing people around them in their natural state, you know. And it goes both ways too, because you got the people that are brave, and people just have no idea how brave people are every day. But then you're gonna see it. You're gonna get to see how brave people are. So it's just, we're going to see the full spectrum. Just more people are going to be revealed for who they actually are, whatever that looks like. However that's going to unfold. So it's just going to get interesting. Yeah. I'm seeing it though. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing my opportunity and my chance to stay in my chill zone and just look at life as a spectator sport. Man, where I live, it's just people, it is such a trip, Ma. People just say things, but they don't ever follow through. And I just don't even understand. I don't even say things unless I'm going to do it. That's why I'm real careful about saying things, right? They don't. And it was like, There's this couple that wanted me to marry him on their anniversary, which is the 3rd. And then I saw him again because they wanted a kitten. So they came over to look at the kittens. Yeah, and I haven't heard anything about their renewal of their vows on the 3rd, which is 3 days away. Because I told her I'd like to sit down with them and have a conversation with them first. And then I never heard anything about the kitten either. Or from that lady that came over and looked, and I thought she was really excited about him. And she said, well, I'll come over back and look at him on Monday. And then when she left, it was like Monday or Tuesday. But I haven't heard from her at nothing. So it's just like, I just have learned to bless and release, like you've been saying for years, Mom. It's just freaking sunk in because it's like, I can't control anything. You know, I can't make people do what they fucking say they're going to do.
They don't follow through.
You just, and it's, you know, and where I live, I mean, they can't get people to freaking, I mean, there's help wanted signs all over the place, everywhere, all over. But people evidently get more money from freaking unemployment still. It's just such a I'm like, dude, I want to, I do better when like, that's why I'm trying so hard to get us to our forever home, Ma. So I can like get up, have my cup of decaf in the morning, eat some breakfast with you, and then go out to the garage and work on stuff and create things and do things, you know? Go to work, right? Things that I enjoy, like doing, making the pet furniture, doggone it, you know it? And so, people need a purpose. People need things to do. They need structure and schedules and things like that. And there's the whole world is without discipline, and but people got to find it within themselves. They got to want it first, and then they got to figure out where to get it. You know, whatever it is that they're looking for. So, all in all, for the most part, our life is pretty good, Ma.
It is.
We're all together. We're all getting old, you know.
But we're together.
We're all together. And freaking 20 cats. Jesus Christ, man. How'd I get roped into this shit? I just take care of things when they're around me. Whatever it is, God, it's like God puts it around me, you know. I'll take care of it the best of my ability. Do the best I can. I'm getting tired though. I'm ready for my community, Ma.
You're ready for your what?
My community. Get a roommate or two. You know, have people come visit.
Come and visit.
Yeah. I'll cook for them. I'll cook for you. Come visit, I'll cook for you. We'll sit out back. Drink iced coffee. I haven't had iced coffee in forever. Anyway. I don't know. I miss the social parts of stuff. And then like I see on social media, I don't know, a lot of people shooting freaking automatic rifles and stuff.
Shooting people?
No, not, well, yeah, that too, but they're like celebrating in their houses and farms and stuff. It's a common thing, is let's have fun and shoot things, and
Oh, God.
and that's the world we live in, and it's a trip to me, man. This world is not turning out nothing like I imagined when I was a little girl, Ma. Nothing. Nothing.
It's almost like it was
It's got hijacked. It got spiritually hijacked. It's like there's nothing organic. Nothing is natural. There's no nature. There's no natural. It all got hijacked. It's somebody doing something somewhere because somebody feels like it. That's no way to live. People don't want to live that way. I don't want to live that way. Stan Lee, as long as he can drink out of his grandma's coffee cup, the water out of there.
That's what he did. He got up to get some water.
I